In the German Pfalz region, we were introduced to the docile horse breed called the Irish Cob. A longtime friend, Tom, invited us to watch he and his son Sasha do his blacksmith work and shoe a few horses one cold Saturday morning. Despite having seen and helped shoe many horses, I've never seen the amazing hot shoe process. First, Tom, a longtime farrier, prepared the hoof with a knife and rasp to flatten the surface. After preparing the hoof, he heated the shoes to about 4,000 degrees Fahrenheit in his portable furnace. The horse was amazingly cooperative and easygoing about the process. Tom leveled the iron, making sure it created a flat surface. Then he touched the red-hot shoe to the horse's hoof. I was amazed. The horse did not flinch and remained as relaxed as could be. That smoke is not Chanel No. 5. Anyone near it will need a shower to outrun the stench. The Irish Cob, which the Germans call an Irish tinker, seemed quite used to getting his feet done. It happens about every 2 months. Tom readjusted his hot iron after seeing how it fit to the hoof. Even though it had been on that same hoof, growth changed the required shape. Then it was time for one last fit. This horse had been having problems walking, and his shoes are being adjusted to help overcome those problems. Remember what I said about the odor? Sasha was getting his fill of it. Once the fit is good, Tom looks for his bucket of water to cool off the shoe. Then he nails it in place, Sasha acting as a brace for Tom and the tinker. After repeating the process 3 times, the horse had a fresh set of supportive shoes and a very even gait. Few places rival the beauty of the South German countryside, even when it's stripped naked by fall weather. The area in the region near Kusel is dotted with small towns, each with a proud history. Another news site I didn't see 20 years ago. Power-generating windmills. The windmill farms are everywhere in the German countryside, sometimes sporting 24 towers. The Kusel region is a direct development of the ancient kingdom of Remigiusberg near Heschbach. The castle ruins are on a peak next to an old church. The region was first settled around 10,000 BC, according to archaeological finds. The castle was one of several built in the area about 900 years ago. There was also a monastery on the ridge, protected by the castle by generations of the family of Count Gerlach V and his daughter Agnes. From the castle ruins today, the villages in the valley create an impressive landscape filled with woods and meadows. Things have long changed since the series of castles were built to protect the region from medieval invaders. The farming community of Heschbach was also once known as a village of stoneworkers that worked in local quarries. Several old quarries are still visible today. The Remigiusberg Church dates back to around the 12th century, with additions made for the next 600 years. Today, the castle ruins are easily accessed by a path leading up the hill to steps that end at the high wall. The picturesque valley has a vivid history and is also home to the lost village of Wetzenhausen. Sitting in the hilltop beer garden on a warm summer's day, the scenic beauty is hard to match. The local fertile fields are home to plenty of winter crops and teem with wildlife. Not far away, on another hilltop in Landstuhl, stands the ruins of the Nunstein Castle. The German knight Franz von Sickingen inherited part of the castle after battles took his father's life around 1500. He would not control the entire castle for another dozen years. A few years later, the castle became the scene of a siege during the Knights' Revolt of 1523, when von Sickingen was killed. The fall of the Nunstein Castle during the siege became a symbol of the decline of castles in the region. Still, about 2 decades later, von Sickingen's sons recovered Nunstein and started refurbishing the castle. Those efforts continued until 1595. Then the castle was attacked about 70 years later and burned. Today, active efforts to conserve these relics of history continue with painstaking work.